You may not realize it, but copper tends to enter a distinctly bearish seasonal phase between mid-April and late June. And given how US copper prices have surged on tariff fears this year, we want to analyze the data in more detail. The chart below you shows you the typical development of copper prices from April 18th to June 25th over the past 15 years. The trend is clearly lower. There is an average return of just negative 4.17% and a win rate of only 26.67%. So you can see here that it's mainly negative returns during this period. Well, this year's dramatic rally in New York copper futures was triggered by the Trump administration's plans to impose tariffs on imported copper products. That drove a rush of shipments into the US from overseas producers looking to try to front run those levels. But now the tariff announcement is, will it be reversed? Will it be increased? And traders are now realizing the downside risk. If those tariffs are delayed, softened, scrapped entirely, a rollback could prompt an unwind of copper's speculative long positioning, especially if the flood of imports has front-loaded US demand into Q1, early Q2. So, is this a perfect storm for copper to see strong selling as we go into mid-April? There are a number of risks involved with this outlook. Technically, you can see that major support sits on the monthly chart around this 800 region, and that is a major area of support that will easily find dip buying, and you can see even as it currently stands, there's been dip buyers on the initial move down into that level. So that will be a very important area, and for further downside, sellers will need to take that out. Trade risks. All outlooks have risks, and this is no exception. In fact, the risks are really accented at the moment. The main risk to this seasonal view is a renewed policy shock that reinforces tariff fears or disrupts global copper supply chains, keeping US copper futures bid. Likewise, any surprise uptick in Chinese stimulus or US infrastructure demand, that could also boost copper prices. And remember, many analysts do see a strong bull trend for copper based on the expected increase for demand moving into the medium and long-term future. Don't just trade it, Seasonax it. Use Seasonax for the professional handling of market-moving events. Come and sign up here where you can find literally hundreds and thousands of seasonal patterns just waiting to be revealed.